I'm just riding along the lakeshore from Oakville through Burlington, and I'm going to end up out just into Hamilton over the bridge, and I'm going to get myself some fish and chips at Hutch's, surrounded by Harleys. So I thought I'd make a little spring update video. A few things have been going on. If you're subscribed to the channel, you may have seen that I had a little trouble with my battery. Basically the thing just failed. I'm guessing one of the cells failed. There was some sort of evidence of the electrolyte leaking, but it didn't look significant, but who knows. Basically, when I tried to start the bike, it just wouldn't turn over. Even if I charged the thing up overnight, it wasn't able to start, but I could boost the thing and it would go just fine. So I replaced the battery. Decided to make a little video of it. It was somewhat interesting because the battery ships without the electrolyte in it, so there's a bit of a process. I know the idea of changing a battery doesn't sound very interesting, but it had its moments. If you're subscribed to me on Instagram, you also may have noticed that I changed out the rear tire on the bike. I was still running the stock tires. I bought this bike in 2014. I mean, at a glance, the thing looked like it had squared off, and I knew that I needed to get it replaced at some point this season, but I rode it out to Niagara, and a friend of mine with a little bit more motorcycle experience than me just pointed out that the thing was definitely in need of replacement. When I got the rear replaced, they mentioned that I should probably get the front replaced in the next couple thousand kilometers, so something else I need to look at. I ended up putting Michelin Pilot Road 4 on the rear. So I'm wondering if it's absolutely necessary to stick to, because I mean, basically right now I'm riding with two different types of tires. I have the stock Diablo Rossi Corsa on the front, and the Michelin on the back. But considering the back does wear down faster than the front, I'm a bit less concerned about wear, so I got the PR4 on the back in order to give a little bit of extra life and some better performance in the wet and in colder temperatures. But I'm wondering, I was thinking about a Metzler on the front. Same styles, like sport touring, but they're not quite rated as good for longevity, but they're rated a little bit better for summertime grip. So if anyone's got some thoughts on that, I'd appreciate opinions in the comments. So in terms of the channel, we recently hit 100 subscribers, which was nice. It allowed me to get a dedicated URL to take people directly to the channel and not have just a strange string of characters to get you there. Most of what's driving the traffic to the site at the moment is the video that I made about the helmet cam mount that you can see right here on my face. You can get a closer look of it in action. But that video in and of itself is getting close to hitting 50,000 views. Thank you if you were one of those people. In terms of what I've been up to recently, you may have seen a little video I made about Rick's Cafe in Negril, Jamaica. So I was down there with this vacation group that I'm a part of. There were 26 of us down there. I brought the drone, but sadly had a minor drone incident, which I can only blame on myself. And in the process, one blade was broken, and it seems that one was lost. But in the process of dealing with the incident, I was attacked by fire ants on my right foot, which was a little bit shocking. But I survived. The trouble with the drone is I ordered the replacement blades, and I also ordered a few other things, and one of which was I realized that this small plastic cover that goes underneath one of the motors was missing, and it just meant that there's some like exposed circuit boards that I didn't like the idea of. So I saw online that GoPro sells entire replacement arms. I'm guessing that the fact that I ordered that thing is what's delaying the shipment, but it hasn't been a positive experience. And just getting a hold of their support to get things sorted out is painful to say the least. But in the end, I realized that I didn't lose that plastic piece. Minor distraction there. So yeah, in the end, that I found that piece lying on the floor at my house, so it wasn't lost during the incident in Jamaica. It just came off at some other point, so I have no need for that arm. All I really want is one black blade. But Best Buy doesn't sell the things in Canada, so as far as I know, my only option is to order these replacement bits straight from GoPro. So in terms of the weather, things here in the Greater Toronto area are heating up. I know it's not quite summer yet, but temperatures are in the high 20s, supposed to be getting over 30 next week. I turned my air conditioning on at the house for the first time this year, so things are shaping up for some beautiful motorcycle adventures. On a side note, one of my best friends who lives in Montreal has just purchased himself a Yamaha FZ09. He's actually been a motorcyclist for a lot longer than I have, but has been without a bike for some time. So he's getting back in the game. So we're already kind of researching places where we could ride to halfway between where I am and Montreal and ride together. So that's probably going to be in the Kingston-ish area. I think there's some nice spots in there. like Rideau Canal down into Prince Edward County, and then just north of Kingston you can get up into even Algonquin and whatnot. So we might be setting up some scheduled Sunday rides together. Let's see if I can get my buddy Jared to come out with us, and yeah, that should make for some nice group ride video opportunities. So some dumbass crossed that bridge, not this one that I'm going over, but that bridge next to it, by foot, on top. Made a video of it, posted it on YouTube. Probably not the best idea.